welcome to Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. Happy to have you here. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the 12th episode of Season 2 of Mildly Spiraling. I'm your host, Tracy. Happy to have you here. I have to give a formal correction to the last episode. The reason that we had so much laundry soap from Buff City was actually not that we were spending our hard-earned cash on it. It's because we won a golden ticket. So basically, they do these like giveaway things. It's like if you buy, well, I guess I shouldn't say it's a giveaway and then you say you buy. But basically, it was like if you spent $30, you would get like a surprise box, which was filled with soaps and things like that to add to my collection. And you could win a golden ticket. So we went there. I think we probably spent like $120 or something. So we got 4 surprise boxes. And one of the surprise boxes had the golden ticket in it. That golden ticket meant we won free laundry soap for a year, which basically meant 1 laundry soap per month. And so we would always go in and get our new laundry soap every month. And that's why we had so many of those empty containers. Okay? Yeah, we weren't just like hoarding laundry soap. I don't know if I made it sound like that, but I had to formally give that correction, okay? Anyway, so I wanted to do kind of a fun thing, kind of like recurring. I think on the first ever episode of the podcast, I gave my betrayal list. So, betrayal list that led me to make a podcast, which I think there's things that all different sorts of reasons that lead people to podcasts. In the case of straight white men, there's too many reasons. But yeah, I just thought it'd be a funny little segment that I'm going to do every here and there. So here, consider this my betrayal list part 2 that led me to making a podcast. Getting picked last for dodgeball, the cake stand debacle at my wedding, working a 9 to 6, and sugar for breakfast. Oh man, I love sugar for breakfast, but boy, does it betray me. I never feel good after it. Like I love a chocolate croissant. I love donut, honestly, but yeah, I never feel great after it. And honestly, it betrays me, like, and it's so depressing. Yeah, getting picked last for dodgeball, I mean, you all maybe know how that is, but actually kind of crazy because I was like semi-athletic and I just was like a total loser, like in the best way possible though, like thank God I was, otherwise like I don't even know where I'd be right now. But yeah, I got picked last and it was like, led me like as a kid to have like a lot of sadness. So yeah, that is definitely a reason I gravitated towards comedy later in life. The other things, the cake stand debacle at my wedding. Oh my God. I don't even know if I want to get into this because honestly, it's so dumb. But basically what happened is we had a great wedding cake, but she basically was like, you have to rent the cake stand from us. And it was just a plain old white cake stand that you could get at like Target or Michael's or whatever. And she was like, you have to rent it from us. And it was like $100. And we were like, oh my God, we could buy one for $25, $50. And she was so like, you have to rent this cake stand. And we were like, okay, we'll rent it. And like, I think maybe because we went back and forth for like 1 to 2 emails about the stupid cake stand, like she was confused, but like we literally paid for it. So I don't know how she was, but basically she didn't bring it the day of our wedding with the cake, and she just kind of plopped the cake down, not on a stand. And then our wedding coordinator called me. Also, if you're getting married, have like a designated person that your wedding coordinator calls that's not the bride. Like, I feel like they should be calling the maid of honor or something. Like, not me. And she was like, hey, so-and-so, I'm not going to name names on the pod, left the cake here, not on a cake stand. I was like, what? Like, we paid for that, and honestly, I didn't even, like, love the cake stand. I was like, okay, can you tell her, like, to, like, check, like, I sent, like, I found, like, the, like, invoice in my email, and I was like, I sent her a screenshot, and I was like, can you just show her this? So then she was like, okay, yeah, they, like, bought, like, yeah, I guess they did, pay for the cake stand. My bad. And she literally, I guess, had, like, a used one in the trunk of her car that had chips all over it, so she got it out of her car and put the cake on that. And it was, like, dirty, and it had chips all over it, so, like, all of our pictures of our cake that we spent, like, $4,000 on has chips all over it. And it kind of sucked. I mean, I ended up getting a refund for the cake stand, but that was $100 out of, like, 4,000. So not, like, a huge discount. And I'm not trying to be, like, a bitch about it, but, like, yeah, all of the photos of the cake just have these, like, chips in the like, stand. And also we got these two little dogs for her to put in the, like, cake, and she didn't do it, and I think I ended up doing it, maybe, or someone else did that was, like, part of the wedding party, because she didn't do that, and I was, like, so annoyed. I don't know. I will say, if you are getting married, have more help than you think you need, and enlist people to help. Otherwise, you as a bride are going to be stressed your entire wedding, and that's not very fun. So yeah, that's, like, some recommendations I had. I did not think I was going to go on a tangent about that. I thought I was just going to tell the story, but yeah. And then working in 96, like, obviously the security of it is great. But damn, is it exhausting. And I feel like it can just be, like, you kind of can lose, like, your creative outlets and pursuits that maybe you were going after for a long time, and not really able to do them anymore. And so, yeah, that was, like, one of the reasons that I started doing this podcast. So I still appreciate everyone that listens in, even if this is your first episode, or if you've listened in to all of them. Oh my God, it's so appreciated. I have a lot of spirals this week, and I didn't even think I was going to start out with all these spirals, but I guess I did. I think it's because I was spiraling, just, like, trying to figure out why I couldn't get the thing to record properly. But I am loving all the beautiful flowers and daffodils. Spring has officially sprung in Brooklyn. All of the birds are singing outside. I literally can hear the white-throated sparrow that must live near me, or there's a couple that just are singing all day, and it really makes me happy when I hear them singing. I have realized that I'm allergic to tree pollen, so fuck all the trees, but the flowers are okay in my mind. And that's really what's bringing me joy right now, is just seeing all the beautiful new tulips that are coming up in my neighborhood. I do have a lot of spirals. I am currently in my 2-week wait period, so I transferred to day 3 embryos on Monday, so I believe today would be day 8. Yeah. And first of all, I will say, like, holy shit, I hate progesterone. I think I hate the progesterone in oil, the PIO, if you're in the know, the PIO injections, more than any of the stims, because number one, that needle hurts the most, and number two, I get so tired from progesterone. It makes me exhausted, and I don't really feel like I feel that way on a lot of the other stims, but, like, the progesterone just makes me so tired, to the point of, like, I just want to sleep all day, and I feel really out of it. So that's definitely my least favorite hormone, I guess. You know, you don't really, like, when you are just, like, living in your body, you don't know which hormones, well, I mean, I think some people do, but, like, I never knew, like, which hormones were, like, affecting me in different ways. And now I'm like, okay, the estrogen, like, I feel okay when I'm doing the estrogen patches. And then, like, the progesterone, like, just makes me feel so exhausted and so almost, like, disassociated from my body because I'm just so, like, puffy and everything. Like, my nipples are rock hard. Like, they hurt so badly. And they just are, like, killing me. And it's like, I can't really, like, wear anything that zips and buttons. If you know, you know. Like, I'm literally need pull-on pants only. And honestly, even that sometimes, I'm like, it is pushing too much on my, like, inflamed stomach, I guess, from the egg retrieval, but then also from the transfer and the progesterone shots, that I literally just want to wear pajama pants all the time. And I will tell you, I have pajama pants on right now, even though I'm wearing this slick button down denim shirt. If you are a viewer, you know what I'm talking about, but if you're just a listener, you don't know I'm wearing this shirt. But, like, yeah, I look, like, kind of put together, but then I have these, like, Christmas pajama pants on the bottom because I literally don't want to put anything else on my body. The 2-week wait is so hard. I don't think people even tell you how hard it's gonna be. I mean, definitely other people that have gone through it. And there's definitely, like, two types of people. There's people that literally test every day. I think there's people that, well, maybe there's multiple types of people. There's people that test every day. There's people that test, like, literally wait till they're beta, find out when the nurse or doctor calls after their beta. And then I think what I kind of fall in is, like, the middle of that, which is basically I am going to test. I think the first day that it would for sure be accurate is the 21st, so Tuesday coming up, and that's when I'm going to test. My beta's on that Friday, so I'll test Tuesday, kind of find out. So I'll know ahead of Friday. The thing is, and, like, basically why they tell you not to test too is because a lot of people will stop taking the medication. And that's just, like, don't do that. Like, because you shouldn't just stop, like, taking medication without talking to your doctor first. But yeah. Also, I think 2 weeks is, like, the most accurate. Like, it is going to be the most accurate. But I am just going to wait until Tuesday. I mean, that's in, like, 2 or 3 days. And honestly, I'm so nervous because, one, I will say, I had 3 eggs that fertilized out of the 4. Well, there were 3 that were mature, and all 3 of those fertilized. 2 were good embryos, so one was an 8 cell and one was a 7 cell. And we transferred both of those on Tuesday. The 3rd one looked pretty abnormal, but he was like, we'll still watch it. I didn't get a day 5 update, and I didn't get a day 5 update last time, or a day 6 or a day 7. Like, I literally haven't gotten an update. And I didn't get that last time, and last time it was because, like, they weren't viable, but I still want to know. Like, I shouldn't have to, like, ask, I feel like. I mean, I'll definitely ask next time, and I'm assuming it wasn't viable, and they tossed it, but it would be nice to just get that, like, day 5 update, or I think sometimes they do day 6 update, just to, like, know if it was frozen or not. So that's, like, a little bit of a frustrating thing I have with, like, my current clinic, is that you kind of have to, like, chase after updates like that, which I'm like, you're paying so much money, like, you shouldn't have to. But it is just, like, kind of feels like a little bit of, like, a IVF factory in some ways. So I know that they're always slammed, but still, like, I feel like you shouldn't have to do that. So I know the 2 that I transferred were pretty good quality. Like, I would say A to A minus, and then, like, probably a B plus to B quality. So pretty good, but honestly, it doesn't really matter. If they didn't make it, there's nothing I can do about it. That's kind of where my mindset is. Like, obviously, I'm really nervous, and I'll be starting from scratch again, which kind of sucked. But the reason I transferred 2, even though there is risk of twins, is because they really couldn't tell me which one would be better than the other. And like, I know the debate is out on this, and like, this is not medical advice at all, but like, my doctor's standpoint on it is that embryos do better in the uterus than the lab. So it's like, we didn't want to waste one of them. If that was like potentially the one that would be doing better in the uterus than the lab. So we put both in. I mean, there is like a 20% chance of twins, and there's a whole lot of health implications that go with that, but it is a small chance. And there's also, it's 40% chance that they even stick, and then 20% chance of twins. So it's not 40 to 50%, I guess. So it's not like, I mean, it's just kind of like a toss of a coin, truly. Obviously you get more of those 50-50 or 40-60 chances with two. So, I mean, that is nice that I had two good quality on day 3. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm kind of in that like inner turmoil. It's actually really hard for me to not test, and I did test. The transfer was on Monday, and I just tested on Wednesday to check that the HCG trigger shot was out of my system, because I knew it wouldn't be positive at that point. And it was, because that was negative. So, I've never seen a positive pregnancy test. I honestly don't know. I hope it happens for me one day, but I honestly don't even know how I'll react, because I've literally never seen one. I mean, like, even the LH tests I take for ovulation, like, I've never really had one that like confirmed ovulation or anything. Obviously I have eggs, or we wouldn't be getting any at retrieval, but it is like, I'm like, I want to see a test that shows that my body's normal, or that it can get pregnant, So I'm hoping, cross your fingers for me, y'all. Send me your positive thoughts and vibes. I really need them. I'm spiraling like crazy about it. So I would super appreciate your thoughts, because it's so hard not to think about all the time. And I had a donut for breakfast, so I don't know if I'm helping or not. But that's what I mean. I'm like, sugar for breakfast, and then I felt sick, and then I took a nap, and then I had some carrots and hummus. I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? Anyway, here we go. Here's a spiral that I think about all the time. I've always wanted a surprise party, y'all. I've always wanted a surprise party, but I'm worried no one will come. Like, it's not very exciting to just have your husband jump out of the, like, door when you're walking in. It's like a surprise party where one person shows up. I don't know. That's, like, what I'm nervous about. I'm like, would anyone come? And I mean, I have friends, obviously. I mean, not obviously, but I have friends, but no one, like, lives near me. I don't really still have like a group in New York. And so I'm like, who would come? Like, I don't know. So I have always wanted a surprise party. I mean, maybe I'll have one soon. I don't know. Maybe I'll have one. I don't know. Well, I won't know because it's a surprise, I guess. But anyway, that I kind of started thinking about that, because I was like, oh, I have always wanted a surprise party. But it made me think, because like I think about this a lot, but does anyone else worry no one else is going to show up to their funeral? Like, I just have this fear that, like, no one is gonna come to my funeral. And, like, no one's gonna have anything nice to say. I don't know if that sounds nuts, but, like, that's kind of how I feel a lot, is that, like, no one's gonna show up, and if people do show up, they're gonna be like, she is such a bitch in the morning. Or just, like, she's nice. And, like, nothing else to say. Like, she was nice. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I realized when I was a kid, I started walking with my head down because I didn't want people to notice me. And then I started really wanting to be noticed, like as an adult and stuff. But I feel like I'm going back to that, like, little kid me. And it's kind of freaking me out a little bit not to have, like, a therapy session on here. But yeah, like, that's kind of something I've been thinking about, is like when I've talked about like being authentically me and showing up for myself, and also being the person that I want to be remembered as. So like those are things I'm really working on, because I don't want no one to show up to my funeral. I want people to show up. Yeah, so thank you so much for tuning in this week. As a reminder, you can email me at mildlyspiralingpod@gmail.com, and I will read your loves and spirals on the pod. I always appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't, please rate, please subscribe. All right, love you. Bye. That's my podcast. All right, there we go. Let's see. Okay. I think we're recording here. I have no idea. I'm gonna hope that we're recording. Literally don't know. I can't figure out how I usually do the video, so I'm doing photo booth, very, very old school. And when I was trying to do the test in the recording software I use, it wouldn't, like, the thing was just, like, the dial thing was just moving, but nothing was getting picked up. So I don't know. Let's experiment with this. It might be 30 minutes of a waste of time, but we'll see. So